Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek, I am Penge, and welcome back to the Guild 3 where we rejoin the CuppaTea Dynasty, although the CuppaTea Dynasty are marginally different to the ones that we saw at the end of the previous part. And that's because once again the Guild 3 has been updated and it has rendered all the previous saves unusable. Now this time it did let me try and load the save game, and it loaded the game and it ran up to a point, but it would crash at exactly the same point every single day. So clearly something in that save game does not work with the new version of the game. So what I've done is, because I like the CuppaTea Dynasty so much and I wanted to carry on their good work, I went back and I have replayed the game up to more or less the point where we were before. So we've got ourselves the little CuppaTea concoctions, the herb hut back in our little village. We've got that's in place. We've got ourselves the new house just here, which we've moved into. We've got ourselves the Scriptorium over here, and Claude has got his fancy garb on. He is married. He's married, however, to Eileen. So not whatever the person was called before, because I have no memory and I can't remember what she was called before. But yeah, married to Eileen now. And they do have two kids. They have Yorkshire and Oolong. However, Oolong is a girl. So that's the only differences really. The wife has got a different name and Oolong is a girl now. And we have less money. We have certainly a lot less money than we did before. And I think they have sort of adjusted the finance system. You know, they've adjusted how the trading works and all that kind of stuff. Because the tea is certainly selling for a lot less. Like at one point in the previous run now, the tea was selling for over 100. It was selling for over 100 gold. The highest I've seen it go is 77. In the time that we've been playing. So whilst we have all those things in, we've got ourselves this little herb hut and the new house and the new building, the new business. We do not have the 10 grand to send the two children away to school. We just don't have that money. It's just not there. So yeah, it's been a little bit of a trickier run through. However, there are things now for the children to do, it seems. So maybe one of the things they've added is the option to have the children do some extra bits and bobs. So if we go into here now, we can have a look down here and the children have some options. So they can go and apologise to the neighbours, but that's got a thing on it with the description says missing lock. So I'm not going to do that. But I mean, you can go out and play. That sounds nice. You can go out and have a little play. You can hunt rats, which is a little bit strange. And somewhere there was something. I wonder if it's because there's no kids in here. Somewhere there was a bit that said you can go and help out at the docks and stuff like that and get yourself some money, or you can go and help out at the market, which I thought was quite interesting because it gives the kids something to do. I wonder if we move time on and we'll see those options in play. But everything else is more or less the same. We are still going to try and become a free citizen. And in case of herbalism, we've got this down to scribe 1 and we've not got anything else. One thing I did grab fairly early on, however, was this, because I thought we might as well have a 10% reputation boost early on rather than later on and leave it. So I grabbed that. That's opened up all these other bits and bobs where you can have extra perception or something about cheese on toast fancier. People who've played the guild before, is that some reference to a previous guild game? Something about cheese on toast? I don't really know why cheese on toast is a thing, but clearly it is. So, yeah, we can get some of these later. I don't think we need them right now. So I think everything is pretty much as it was before, except money seems a little bit harder to come by in this current version of the game. Claude and Yorkshire have had illnesses, but we have had those treated by our very own people at our herb hut, so that is marvellous news. So I think what we need to do now is we just need to have a look at what we want to do. Where do we want to go next? We need to make sure that this thing is working, because at the moment this has only just been set up. This very morning, morning of autumn 1412, this trade route and stuff got set up. I wonder if Valerie went and bought herself a horse and cart. It doesn't look like she has. So the last person, who may well have been called Valerie actually, the last transporter grabbed herself a horse and cart. But no, you're not doing that. Oh, that's good. That'll save us some money. It might be because she can't afford it, possibly. So what I think we need to do is, let's have a look at here. Let's have a look at what we want to do in terms of which sort of trees we want to go down. Now, I've been looking at these. Apothecary, I'm not that interested in. And that's because when you get to the bottom here, you have 3 of these unlock things here that says D'Artagnan's Fragrance, Dr. Faustus's Elixir, and Black Widow Poison. they all sound a little bit killy. They sound a little bit kind of killy and evil and sinister, and I'm not sure I like those. I don't want the CuppaTea Dynasty version 2 to be known for being sort of sinister, killy types. So I'm kind of going away from that. Alchemy sounds interesting. It's kind of got quite a few interesting things. You get, some of the stuff, I don't know what it is. Megenberg's Pest Juice, Bone Talisman sound fascinating. And then down here you get really exciting sounding stuff. The Metaphysical Belt, the Cap of Invisibility. And at the bottom there, Summoning. So, again, I'm thinking, hang on a minute. I don't want to be known as people that go into some sort of weird cult, doing some sort of strange summoning kind of malarkey. That sounds terrible as well. So what we're going to do is, what I think the plan is, we're going to certainly go down the scribe route. So this one here, we've got ourselves our Scriptorium. Then we'll get ourselves a printing office with Scribe 2. Then we'll get a library for Scribe 3, and then we can make almanacs when we get Scribe 4 eventually, if we ever get there. And then I think we're going to go down this one. We're going to go and get ourselves medicine. So we'll get medicine, we'll get a pest house, we'll get an infirmary, then we'll get a hospital, which is quite good. So, it goes, you can treat people that are a bit ill, treat people that are quite ill, treat people that are really ill in the hospital. And then this thing here, plague attire. That's like the weird beaky people. So we could become a weird beaky person. And then we have a poison well, which sounds terrible. Don't go and use the poison well. That's ill-advisable. That's not good advice. But yeah, would that be intriguing to find out what one of those is? So I think we're going to go down these two routes. And that's sort of for the good of the city, really. We can educate people and we can keep them from being dead, I suppose. And then when they're not dead, then they can go and learn some stuff and enrich their lives. So we're going to do this for the good of the city, for the good of the lovely city of Paris. So, I think that's what we're going to do. However, we do need a little bit more money to do that. It would be nice to have loads of cash to send away, to send the children away to school, but I just don't think we're going to get that. What is this purple thing? Have we got a mysterious purple light? What does that signify? What's that house? That's just a normal house. Why is there a purple light? That's very odd. What is this? Okay, is there some sort of weird haunted light? Are there any other purple lights around the place? Or are we just special? It might be that we're just special. Oh, well, go us. Yay for us and our special purple light. Okay, right, let's get people to... right, are they coming over here? We don't want Claude and Eileen to do that yet. We want Claude and Eileen to go back to the house and pick up their things, because that's kind of where we were at the end of the other one. And they really have gone up in the world, haven't they? They've got this nice sort of townhouse type thing now, which is lovely. It looks great. So it's got all these lovely, it's got tiles on the roof, beams, these lovely sort of oak beam things, a nice entryway, lots of floors, lots of rooms. Oh, it looks really, really lovely. And they're going from this little shack, shed, I don't know. It's called Flea Bitten. It's called Flea Bitten, which is just terrible. So, it comes with fleas. And... and there's a robber outside as well. There you go. I don't think it comes with the robber. I don't think the robber is part of the fixtures and fittings. But there we go. I think they're doing the sensible thing by moving away. Let's just drag you back here momentarily, however, so you can pick up some stuff from in here. But look at it. It's got kind of a wonky roof. That's going to leak in bad weather, isn't it? And all that kind of stuff. So yeah, they are certainly going up in the world, which is good news. Right, let's move time on. We still do have even though it's a brand new game, we still do have a weird cloud of purple mysteriousness outside the front of the herb hut. I don't know what that is. We did start in exactly the same place. We started in exactly the same place. So I guess this is the default start location I don't know if it's just generically for whatever game you choose, or this is the generic start position for if you choose herbalism as your discipline when you start the game. I do not know that. Right, so you two... pop back into the old Smelly Home. Let's pick up some stuff. And yes, Eileen did come with some sausages, which is a bit of a surprise. It was a surprise to me. So, Claude, take some flowers. Yes, that would be nice. We don't need the water. All right, Eileen, take the sausages because they sound lovely and delicious. Oh my goodness, we could sell those for quite a bit of profit. I'm tempted to sell the sausages. sausages make a very good profit. Oh, the Cupboard Dynasty are going to be making an absolute killing on those sausages over in London, aren't they? Ah, right, okay. And we'll grab some cloth because we'll take that. And I don't know. What can we do with any of these? Rock lilies. We can just make bunches of flowers, but I'm not that bothered. Yeah, rock lilies. Yeah, grab them. That'll do. I'm not really too fussed. We don't need to do too much with that. Right, and now you two go over to the new house. It's in a very good place. It's in a very good place. In the shadow of certainly not Notre Dame. So here we go. So you, Eileen, come back here. It was Alaris was the previous wife name, wasn't it? It was Alaris. Of course it was. Well, there we go. Oh, and the purple spooky light's gone. Right, okay. So move time on. I think everything is more or less as it was. I think I've kind of restored it back. I can't remember what year we were on. I think we might have been a day further forward. I think we might have been going into winter of 1414, possibly. I cannot remember exactly. Okay, right. Now let's come back here. Because now Yorkshire has arrived home. So Yorkshire is here. So what can we do? Well, we can just go out and play. We can go out and play. Are you bored? Don't know what to do with your youthful energy? Go out and find some children to play with. This will enable you to find friends and will increase your reputation with other dynasties in the village and in the city district. So we can send them both out to play. Oh, marvellous. Or we can send them both to throw some stones. Let's not do that. Hunting rats sounds very unpleasant. Surely that's going to get us into all sorts of trouble if we go out and hunt rats. That's going to get us diseased. I don't want to do that. Let's just go out and play. Because they're kids and that's what they can do. They can go out and have a little play. And now I think... right, hang on. Are we selling anything in here? We've got a book. We have one book prepared. This is marvellous news. Now we're getting the ingredients for the other things. So it's slow going. It's slow going making the books. We've made some paint. We've made ourselves some flax. We've made some parchment. And so that's being all moved about. But now you're coming back with the fittings, I assume. Let's see. Is she going to come back with the fittings that we need to make the book? It might be. Oh, there we go. We're getting some stuff so we can make some more paint. We need to get the fittings, Valerie. Where are the fittings? Did you buy them? Did you forget to buy them? There we go. So one lot of fittings is going to come back in here, hopefully. There we go. Right, and now somebody can make a book. Right, okay, so it's all working, just nobody's actually buying the book. That might be because I've kind of priced it quite expensive. I thought, do you know what? I might as well make it costly. If I'm going to all this trouble to write a book, which is About Talents 1, which implies that About Talents 1, it has a sequel. So About Talents 2, I would imagine. So that's intriguing. Do we actually get to have that? Do we get to write a sequel? That would be very odd, wouldn't it? The weather is going absolutely crazy out there. Right, it was raining, it was sunny, then it was raining, now it's snowing. Right, now those two are home. So everybody is home. Can we go into the house? There we go, thank you. So the kids are out playing. What do we want Claude and Eileen to do? This thing here is quite interesting. Reading something out loud. So not everyone was fortunate enough to be born into a wealthy family that can send their children to school. Use your great privilege and read stories of heroes and faraway lands to entertain others. This will not only enhance your family's reputation among the listeners, but it will gain some influence. I think that sounds quite interesting. Let's get... Oh, the kids can do it. Oh, but the parents can't. Oh, okay, right. Oh, hang on then. You're just going to go out and boast then. There you go. Go out. Oh, no. Hang on a moment. Stop. Right, hang on. You two need to go back home. You need to put your things you're carrying home. So let's grab you and go there. Let's grab Eileen and go there. I forgot to take the things out of your inventory. Come on, go back home. There we go. Right, so pop that into the house. Yes, transfer all of those things. Claude, chuck your flowers in. Chuck your cloth in. And now you two can go and brag about just how great you are. And what I might do is, Yorkshire is the old one. Let's stop Yorkshire playing. Let's get Yorkshire to go and read something out loud and just do some showing off in another way. Look at me, I'm la-di-da educated. I can read stuff. Although he's never been to school. But okay. Right, have we sold a book yet? Absolutely nothing. We've sold we have sold nothing. So if we look at this, CuppaTea parchments, no sales. We've spent almost 2,000 on buying stuff and upgrades and the employees, and we've not sold a thing. Brilliant. CuppaTea concoctions, however, doing very well. Sales in the front store, 41,000 gold. That is brilliant. So that's very good. Well, 41,000 money, because it's a generic sort of money. So, yeah, sales at the market a tiny little bit. And we did have sales at the market. We were taking a couple of the teas and just sending it back to the market. I don't think we did that on the previous run, but this one we are doing that. Just offset some of the costs of buying the stuff in the first place. So, okay, so this is all looking good. I'm quite happy with how this is going. We're getting ourselves lots of influence, which is marvellous. Right, someone has praised me. Madalha Longfellow. Yeah, messages. Someone has praised us. Oh, okay. Madalha Longfellow. They like us. Rain's causing floods. Snow is causing problems. And there are trials ending. Right. Okay. How much money have we got? Do we want to maybe think about opening up a pest house? It will cost 2,900 to get that unlocked, to get Medicine 1 unlocked. Or do we spend 2,900 and go down the route of Scribe 2? So we could either get ourselves a printing office, or we could get ourselves a pest house. Let's go for this one. Let's get at least one tier in each of these, and then we know where we're going with them. So yes, we will have some medicine, please, and boom. So that's prohibitively expensive, but I think that's a good thing to do. So now we've got that money spent. It's going to take a little while to save up for a pest house, I imagine. They're not going to come cheap, are they? Oh, actually, they're not that expensive. Hang on a minute. That little herbalism hut, which is, well, it does what it says in the tin. It's a hut. A kind of rubbishy looking hut as well. That costs 1,060, yet the pest house looks like quite a big building made out of bricks with many floors. That costs 1,150. Okay, fine. Well, we still need a little bit more money. We could build one, and that will be fine. We certainly could build one of these. But yeah, we'd then run out of money whilst we're trying to staff it and get it all working and stuff. So what we might need to do is we'll leave it for now. I think maybe when we get 3,000 money, we'll put down a pest house, because that will allow us to upgrade it and all that kind of stuff. So I think everyone will have gone to bed by now, won't there? There'll be nothing really much for us to do. The purple spooky light has gone, which is a good thing. So, right, let's move time on until we get 3,000 money. A lot of people are praising us. This is quite nice. Matthias Havelock has praised us. Elkie Pomeroy has praised us. And Eleanor Havelock has praised us. A lot of people are praising us. I mean, are we doing anything particularly exciting? I don't know if it's that thing that we got just here in Ambitious. I don't know if it's that 10% reputation bonus that's doing a really good job for us. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. But I mean, it's good if it is, because, people liking us is better than people wanting to come and stab us in the face with a big old sword. So, yes, I will take being liked. Thanks. Marvellous. Oolong has leveled up. So this is Oolong. This is girl Oolong. So boy Oolong has regenerated into girl Oolong. But that's fine. It matters not. So she is the grand old age of 8 years old. And in terms of the stats that the kids had when they were born, I think they were more or less the same as the previous ones. They had quite high charisma and quite high intelligence. So I think that must obviously come from the parents. Maybe Claude has a bearing on that. I do not know. But whatever the case, they came out with a fairly good charisma, a fairly good intelligence. Now, somebody did point out in one of the previous Guild 3 videos that these things down here, these secondary attributes, are all affected in one way or another by the main attributes up here. So for example, if you want to look at productivity, if you want somebody to be working in a shop and making some stuff, you want to increase their productivity, it says in the little blurb there, it's positively influenced by level, dexterity and intelligence. So if you give somebody a bit of dexterity and they're working at making some goods, so making the herbal tea or whatever, you give them a point of dexterity or a point of intelligence, that's a good thing. That's going to increase their productivity. However, if you give them a point of charisma, that's going to negatively affect their productivity. So I didn't realise all this stuff was in here, and I am intrigued now. There's an awful lot of stuff in here. So what do we want to do with her? What do we want to do with her? because I don't know what they're going to be doing. You're too young. I don't know what your future holds yet. Medicine. That might be quite useful. If we're going to build some medicine stuff, we could eventually at some point put her to work in there. So positively influenced by intelligence. Do you know what? Let's give you a point of intelligence. You can be a bright spark. There we go. So marvellous. And then, yeah, you'll slowly level up and do some more stuff. I'm intrigued as to where you're going, Oolong. Where are you going? What's your current thing? What are you doing? I'd love to know where you're going. Now, I can't see the action. Where are you going? You're going out to play. You've gone a long way to play. I mean, you've come back toward your old house. Go and play near the new house, the new lovely house, rather than the old smelly house full of fleas. I don't know why you've come down here, but okay, Oolong, that's absolutely fine. So, right, now Yorkshire isn't doing anything. Yorkshire is just stood in the middle of a market? Yorkshire, what are you doing? Why are you stood there? Okay, that's all a little bit strange as well, isn't it? Okay, social activities. You just go out and play. You do that on you. So let the child that does not belong to... Okay, no, right. Oh, that's why she's going really far afield, because she's going to go and find some children to play with from another dynasty, and that's where they're located. So she's got to go all that way. That's where Oolong's going. I see. Okay, Yorkshire. I assume you maybe were playing at one point and now you're not. So you run back home. That's marvellous. Claude is at home. Eileen is at home. So they've dropped off all of that nonsense that they had. And they should be yelling about how great they are. Although they are not doing that right now. Hang on. Let's just move time on to normal speed. Because something here is going a little bit... Something here is going a little bit odd. Because I can't move Claude either. I can't move Claude. Claude, where are you? Claude, you need to... Right, okay. Oh, hang on. Hang on, I was in a fight? Oh, Claude was in a fight. I didn't see the little notification thing appear telling me that Claude was in a fight. Normally it pops up here in red and says there is a fight. I didn't see that. Right, now Claude is going to get his wounds healed. Oh, okay. I suppose that might explain why he didn't have the action that he was supposed to be doing, because he was getting beaten up. Now, again, he's got his fancy garb. He's got his lovely clothes on. There he is there, running slow-mo a la Baywatch style. The only thing he's missing, he's got a dagger rather than a rapier, because when I restarted this run, the rapiers were very expensive, unlike the last time, which was a shame. And he doesn't have his lucky stone either. He lacks his lucky stone because they were also very, very expensive. So, yeah, he's not kind of equipped as well as the previous Claude CuppaTea. But at least he put up a fight. He's not dead. We might want to give him a slightly better weapon. That might be something we can do once he's healed himself. But okay, right, we'll have to keep an eye on whether he can go and heal himself. This would be a sad turn up for the books if he moves into he gets his new house built. He gets his wonderful new house built and his lovely new Scriptorium, and he unlocks the keys, the keys to medicine. He's like, we understand how to heal people, and then he gets murdered to death in the face. So that would be, that would be unfortunate. That would not be a good thing. So hopefully he can go and recover. Okay, right, well, let's just go back to waiting for the money to roll in, shall we? If somebody could come here and buy a book, that would be excellent. If someone could just come and buy a book, that would be marvellous. Now, this could be interesting. There's a boat coming through here, and it looks lovely, and it's obviously the weather is cold, and it's snowing, and the boat's got snow on it. But this boat is quite big. It's bigger than this bridge, which is due to currently just crash into. So how is the guild going to handle it? It's not even going to bother. It's not even going to try. It's just going to go, do you know what? My ghost boat can go through that bridge because it can. And I'm not even going to attempt to make anything clever happen with the boat sails. He's not going to try and put them down or anything like that. No. It just sails away. That's absolutely what happens. Oh, and the water's gone as well. There you go. It really is a ghost boat now. There you go. So, well, there you go. That was interesting. That was a fun little experiment to see. Now, the problem I'm seeing here is that, oh no, hang on, I've paused here. We have very little money all of a sudden. Where has the money gone? So let's go and check our businesses, because this can't be right. This is all sorts of unfortunate. So where are we? We're over here. So CuppaTea concoctions. You're making the lovely tea. Yeah, so you're selling it for 76. It doesn't sell as well as it did on the previous run. Give me all the monies, please. So hopefully someone could come in and buy 13 of those, because that would give us not quite would it give us 1,000? I don't know, possibly around 1,000. So that would be quite nice. I assume that it's some of the other stuff from the other place is expensive. So I guess if we try and head over that way, in here, I assume some stuff might be more expensive. One thing I have noticed in this new version is that everything seems a little bit less responsive. You sometimes go to zoom in with your mouse wheel, and it doesn't do it all the time, whereas previously it seemed to do it every single time. But here we go. So, yeah, I think it's this stuff. I think it's going to be this. Now, right, how expensive is the fittings? They're not that expensive. Leather's not that expensive. That's relatively expensive. What else do we need to buy? Flax is not expensive. Bat blood. How come with that money's come right down? 395. Oh, I wonder if Claude had to pay to get healed up. Ah. Oh, I wonder if that's it. Can we see? Family. Oh, that'd be nice if that broke that down a little bit more. Okay, no, I'm not entirely sure. Titles and skills. Yeah, I want to know where that money went. Can we have a proper ledger, please? I don't know where that went. Unless we just paid loads on employee wages or something. I don't know. But we do need to start selling some books. Very, very, very soon indeed. Because otherwise we will be broke. That would be bad. We don't want to go bust. So, okay, let's hope that somebody comes and buys a book or two. So, yeah, what I don't know is, do the different areas... So this is the Isle de la Cité. Do different areas have different sort of demands for things? Is this area particularly bookish, or do they like food or sandwiches or biscuits or what? I don't know. Ooh! Marvellous. Right, now did that come from book sales? No, it did not. We now have 6 of those. Somebody come and buy a book, please. And you know what? Hang on. The price is quite high, isn't it? I've put the price on 120%. Let's bring it down to 110%. There we go. Let's bring the price down a little bit. Maybe that will lure people in. We could always try and sell some of these at the market. We could always go, do you know what? Yes, sell them at the market. However, we would not get as much money. We would get ourselves probably, 430-ish at the market, whereas we can sell them for 516. That's a lot more. That's math with Penge, 86 gold more. And 86 times 6, that's quite a lot. So yeah, I'd like it if we could sell them in the store. But it might come to a point where if they're filling up the store, just got loads and loads of books, we might possibly need to send them to the market. But I don't know. We'll have a look. We'll run time on and just see what goes on with this. Hopefully someone will come in and be really interested in our books. Absolutely no interest in the books at all, just coming up to lunchtime, but we have been praised quite a bit and we are respected. Also, there was an election, which I completely missed. Was I supposed to go and do something with this? I don't know. Someone has praised us, Havelocks. Yeah, I won a fight, even though I didn't know there was a fight happening, but yay, that's good. Trials Venid, we are respected. So your businesses in the Isle de la Cité district in Paris have brought wealth to many of the citizens living here. Really? Like who? No one's bought anything from here, unless it means that we're buying all their stuff, so it's making everyone else rich and not us. And someone praised us, Elkie Pomeroy and Hugo Pomeroy. Okay, so we are becoming quite popular. We're quite popular. We're not a baddie. We're not the baddies. We're the goodies. It would just be nice if we had a little bit more money to be getting on with. I just want to get to that 3,000 limit, and then maybe somewhere over here. That looks quite sort of built up, doesn't it? We could put ourselves a pest house. Are there any other pest houses around? It doesn't look like it. It's hard to see, really, because everything kind of looks the same, particularly in winter as well. I think you can tell the differences between the buildings when there's not snow on them. I think red tile buildings are houses and blue ones are businesses or storages kind of stuff. I think that's how that works. But yes, you can't see in the snow. Right, nobody's going for the books. Let's change our plans a little bit. So, Gunhild, stop writing a book, please, and write a lovely poem instead. Get writing poems. So these fitments, these fitting things will build up and up. We've already got 2 lots anyway. They're not that expensive, are they? No, they're all right. They're okay. They're affordable. So I think we'll leave the transporter on collecting them for now, and we'll just give a go at a poem. Maybe people want poems rather than these books. What would they sell for now? $4.50 as opposed to $4.95. If we were to sell those 9 books, we would get whatever that would be, about $4,000 at the market. That would be quite nice. That would be a good thing indeed. Yeah, do we want to do that? I still kind of want them to be in the front store. I want them to be in the front store because that's kind of what I think people would come in. People would wander in and go, I shall go and buy myself a book and go in via the front store. But okay, fine. Well, let's see what happens with poems. Maybe poems will be a little bit more popular. Now, are they easier to write? They certainly seem a little bit quicker to write than the book. So let's see how this works. So we do this. We put a poem in the front for sale. So the poem is going for $292. So yes, that's probably because we've I've tried to fleece people with that as well. Hang on, storage rules. Come down to poems, wherever they might be. Yeah, 120%. Let's just put that down to 110%. And you can store more than 2. Store 20. That'll do. There. Store 20 poems. So now I've got loads of books and loads of poems as well. Right. Hopefully that will interest people and they'll come in and spend all their money here and we shall be super flush with cash and everything will be marvellous. Oh no, a family member is under attack. Eileen is under attack and she is not armed. I think Eileen might go down. Yeah, her attacker looks a little... Oh, Eileen. Eileen just lost 40 gold. Yeah, Eileen isn't armed. I'm fairly certain I did. You're very sinister there. Just lurking over her body. What are you doing, you strange man? Oh, really? We just got fleeced from another 40. What? Oh, well done you. Yeah, wow, aren't you brave? What are you doing? Why are you waving your arms around? Go away. Oh, my goodness me. We're just being completely robbed by everybody. People are just seeing a prone person and going, oh, brilliant. Oh, great. Yes, I'll take some gold off her. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Okay. Right, we need you to wake up. And then when you wake up, we'll go and give you a weapon. There you go. Right, welcome back. Welcome back to the world of the awake. Run over to there. That is a market. Run over to the market if you can, if you're not a bit dead. Oh, no, you're going to go and heal your wounds first. Do you know what? Yeah, go and do that. That's probably more important. Oh, there's a guard. Where were you? Bit belated. Right, you go and sort that out. We'll go with Eileen. We'll make sure she gets healed up. And then we will give her... Oh, there's Claude. Husband of mine. I just got really badly beaten up and robbed many times. Do you not want to help? No? Okay, fine. Yeah, we'll make sure she's okay. I don't know where she is right now. We'll make sure she's fine. And then... she's gone to hospital. And then we'll get her a weapon. Okay, Eileen is back on her feet. She is full of beans. Let's find the nearest market. I think it's that one over there. So the market of Saint-Denis. Let's go over there. So you run over, Eileen, and we'll get you a weapon. Because I think you're probably okay. Oh, there's Claude. Hello again, Claude. How are you? Right, let's get you something. I mean, a dagger would do the job. How much would the rapiers? 539. They're really expensive. Just a sword? Oh, they're really expensive as well. I mean, it'd be lovely to get a handgun. Maybe one day we'll treat all our people to some sort of rifles. But yeah, we'll just get a dagger for now. At least that's better than nothing. That will do the job. So that can go into there. Yes, please. What clothes have you got? A woolen cloak. Oh, so 10 armour. Oh, crikey. So you did have a bit of extra armour on you and you still got whooped. But yes, I guess you were attacking with your fist and he did have a stabby knife. So hopefully that now will be good for you. So you'll be able to defend yourself a bit better. And now, if we go over to here, you can't go and do the same thing you were doing before. Right, hang on a minute. Oh no, but then she'll stop doing it. She'll do one run of the where is it? Diplomacy. One run of boasting about her achievements, and that is it. What's public relations? Okay. Oh, I don't think we need to do that. This will increase your reputation in the village or district, and you will gain influence. Oh no, hang on a minute. Hang on, what does it say? The mob, the righteous people have a hard time these days as they are dominated and exploited by the nobility, the clergy and the rich family dynasties. Well, not you, but by the others. So go and talk to the mob, to the common people, and convince them that your dynasty is different from the others. This will increase your reputation in the village or district. Oh yeah, all right, why not? Yeah, let's do that. Let's have a go. I've got to pick where. Oh, okay. Here, near this market. That'll do, maybe. So what I should do, just stand on a soapbox and just yell about how not terrible we are and how nice we are. I don't know. Well, okay, fine. Well, you crack on doing that then. You're just having a chat. An idle chat with Christoph. Oh, marvellous. Will you enjoy that? And Yorkshire has levelled up. Now, I've realised why Yorkshire has ended up standing in the middle of nowhere. Because we told Yorkshire to go and do that reading thing. The little reading mission that he can do from the house. But, yeah, that's finished now. Oh, he's going to go and do another one. Oh, there we go. So we can just watch as he goes along. However, he will also level up, which is marvellous. So let's see. What do we want to give him a point in? Again, I think intelligence might be quite good. Let's go down a point of intelligence. Let's have very brainy people. You're just going to stand here, are you? You're just going to stand here and just do some reading to nobody outside the arsenal. Okay, fine. You have fun there then. That's good. At least you're doing something. You're entertaining yourself and you're doing something a bit brainy. So yeah, go you. Nobody wants books. Nobody wants poems. Nobody is interested in literature. You heathens. The people of Paris should love all this. The people of Paris should love a poem and they should love a book. It's a very cultured place. Why are they not buying them? I do not know why they're not buying our stuff. Is there anything else that we could? Anything else that we can make, like parchment? Does that sell well? Is it worth just selling parchment rather than the book? Just going, yes, we're just all going to make parchment now. And that might be a good idea. What does it do? It purchases it for 104. How much does it cost to make it? So a bit of leather would be 28, and that would be 13. So that's 28, 38, 41, and you could sell it for 104. You get 60 for a piece of parchment. Oh my goodness me. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on. Whoa. Why don't we just sell loads of parchment? Why don't we just get everybody to make parchment? That's quite a good thing, isn't it? So how about, right, let's just adjust this for a while. So spooky wine and other things, what I called it before. So let's slow time right down. Slow. So how about we just make, so get rid of that. So we don't need to do anything with that. Don't buy the fittings anymore. No, don't care. Don't do that. And we don't care about these. They're gone. Obliterate that and obliterate that. So load and buy some parchment, some leather and some whatever that is, flax or something, and then put it back in CuppaTea parchments, and then we will make the parchments that are in our name. So how about we just go 3 each time, and we'll see how that works. So 3 and 3. It's called spooky wine and other things. How about we now just call it? Hang on a minute. No, I should cancel this, shouldn't I? Cancel. Discard all those changes. We'll make a new one. Create a new route, and then if we then do want to go back to a spooky wine, we can do without having to faff about and recreate it again. Okay, right, so let's get the leather and the flax back in here. There, we'll call it parchment stuff, because that makes sense. So now, just go and get parchment stuff. That's all we want you to do, and then you can make parchment, and then when Idelle has finished making this last bit of paint, she can then make some parchment as well. So if we stop her pretty much immediately, yep, so stop doing that. You make some parchment. And now when Valerie comes back, we should, if we move time on nice and fast, we should see some parchment being created. Ah, right, so she's going back to the market. Well, now she's just picked up 3... hang on, she's picked up 3 leather. She's picked up 3 leather and not the flax stuff. Is there any at this market? I assume there would be. I'd hope there would be. Please be the things we need. Oh no, there's no flax. They're out of it. Oh, bother. Okay, so she can pick up all the leather in the world, but she can't get any flax. Okay, right. We need to maybe revise that plan. Okay, Eileen, how about we go back to the village? Maybe we just need to nip back to the village where everything is making our money. This is where the profit is. That's not our village. Where's our village? Hang on. Where's our house? Okay, right. A bit lost. Ah, we're over here. There we are. There's our village. Marvellous. There we go. We can tell our place because it's got the terrible thing at the door. This unwelcoming thing. So how about over here? Does this have flax? No. Hang on. What? Really? Why is there no flax anywhere? They've got 42 flax over here in, how do you pronounce that? Reims? Possibly. So how about we get Eileen to run over there, buy all that flax, take it back to our place, and then they'll be well stocked. They'll have loads in there. I mean, I don't know if she can hold 42 flax. I'm not sure. Fill your arms with as much flax as you can carry and take it back to the Scriptorium. Okay, here she is. She has arrived. So buy all the flax. Yes, 520. We can invest that because we've got 3,852. So yes, we will buy that, please. And she can hold it all, which is good. She can't hold much else. Right, so the thing is now, are people going to pick on her to steal her flax? I do not know. So now we need to go back toward the cathedral, which is where our stuff is. And she needs to go over here to the Scriptorium, because the Scriptorium is stocking up certainly on leather now, but not much in the way of flax. So we do have 11 parchments. Maybe some flax did actually appear in this market in the end. Maybe some did appear. Okay, right. Now what we need to do as well, we need to say storage rules, parchment. Yes, sell. We'll keep in the front store 20. So put 20 and we'll sell it for 110% of its value because it's nice to rip people off. So there we go. So we should get 104 then. Maybe, unless that changes due to my little sort of fleecing people adjustment there. So maybe we'll get 104 for each of those that we sell. And then maybe if people do come in and buy a nice bit of parchment, they might also see a book and think, yes, I want to buy a book or a lovely poem as well. So hopefully we can at least make some money from this place. Claude has leveled up, which is marvellous news. So what shall we give Claude? What shall we do? I mean, speed could be useful. Strength and dexterity. Let's give him a point of dexterity. Let's make him a little bit more limber, shall we? And we've been denounced by a few people. Yeah, okay, the Fairchilds don't like us. We've been praised by the Havelocks. They do like us. Okay, so that's good. Claude is going around still spreading the good word. Right, Yorkshire is now 14. Yorkshire, can you just go and work in here? Can you just go and do some stuff now? Are you allowed to actually go and do proper stuff? Oh no, you still have kid options. I think we can check that, can't we? So if we say go out and play, yeah, you still do have the kid options. Do you know what? Yeah, Yorkshire, just both of you go out and play. It gets us influence. It means you're going around and improving our relations with other dynasties. It's all good. Eileen has arrived. Add CuppaTea parchment. So let's put all of the flax into there. So 37 flax. So 37 flax. They've got 17 leather. So they should be able to start getting on with stuff. In fact, hang on. Are they getting on with stuff now? Because the cockerel has crowed. So yeah, it's time for them to actually get on with doing some stuff. You're bringing in more flax. So maybe the market has been restocked with lots of lovely flax. Somebody has leveled up, which is marvelous. Oh, it's Gunhild. Oh, good. Well, hang on a minute. What do we want? You're making stuff. Productivity. Leveled by dexterity and intelligence. We've got an intelligence of 5. Because you're wearing fancy clothes, apparently. So, yeah, have a point of dexterity. There you go. So that'll make you a little bit quicker. And hopefully someone will come here and buy something from this place. Because it's filling up with goods. And nobody's coming in to buy anything. Which makes me a little bit sad. This does not make for pleasant reading. Looking at the books, the ledgers for CuppaTea parchments, this isn't very good at all. We've spent just short of 7,000 monies on this place. So that includes purchases, all the stuff we've bought to turn into books and parchment and what have you. Legal actions, don't even know what that is, but we've spent 179 gold on legal actions. Upgrades, 300. We bought some upgrades, they're 150 each. And we spent 2,240 on paying our employees' wages and all that kind of stuff. And in terms of revenue, nothing. Nada. Just absolutely nothing at all. That's terrible. I mean, you look at CuppaTea concoctions, who have made almost 60,000 money in revenue. Yes, they've spent a bit, but they're actually making some money, unlike this place, which is just a great big kind of money sink at the moment. Now, we've not made any money from people coming into the shop, obviously, because we can see that there's nothing there. We've also made no money from taking the goods to the market, and that's because our transporter has not been configured to do so. So I think what we'll do is, I think we'll finish up for now, because we're a fairly good place. It's quite quiet. There's nothing really terrible going on. It's a stable sort of moment. So I think what we'll do is we'll finish up for now. And the next time when we come back, we shall adjust the transporter here to take some stuff over to the market. I just think we need to start making some profit from this place. And if we can sell a book or two or a poem or whatever, that's probably got to be a good thing. At least it'll bring some money in. It'll make this place potentially break even. We've got to make 7 grand to break even. But maybe selling the parchments is the way to go. 3 people making parchment. Maybe we take 1 each time or 2 each time or something like that, just to see if that helps with making money. And we could get either Claude or Eileen to come and grab a load of... Well, they could go and grab the books, I suppose, and take the books over to the market and sell them all in one go for a nice tidy profit. So we could do that as well. So we will probably make some money from this in one way or another. But yeah, it's not quite as profitable as I wanted it to be. Hopefully our pest house will be a little bit more successful. Or do we just wait? What do we need for that? Oh, we need to be a patrician for that. Oh my goodness me. No, we need loads of money to do that. I was thinking we might wait until we can build an infirmary, but no, we might need the money from the pest house first. That might help us earn quite a bit of money. So yeah, next time out, I want to get that done as well. I want to get the pest house in. Might put it kind of over here somewhere in a busier area. I mean, could we put it here? That would be quite good. It looks sort of busy and bustling. It's near this market. Maybe that's the problem. Is that? No, that's next to that market though. That's not far away. So I don't know. So we'll see what we can do with this place. We'll hopefully get it doing something. Maybe the whole point is we just make it write loads of books and then take the books manually to a market to sell them. I don't know. We'll build the pest house and we'll see how the CuppaTea Dynasty get on next time out. Hopefully you are enjoying this. If you are, then please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on here with the newly regenerated, if you like, CuppaTea Dynasty in the Guild 3. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. He's gone down the lifts even though they're not built. The lifts aren't finished. People, this is very dangerous. Martin said it's fine and gave me a negative review. You silly man, Martin. You've clicked the wrong button. It looked like he had no trousers on, which was a little bit strange. Oh, Linda, with your gleaming golden words of appreciation. Linda says, an okay hotel.